Simon & Schuster AudioWorks presents Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Max, you know I've been watching that show Slow Horses.
Yeah, you've been talking about it, yes. Your second monitor viewing.
I don't have two monitors at the moment, unfortunately.
A little phone on your phone.
No, it's like it's food viewing, you know. It's like I've got my dinner.
Yeah.
Time to watch something I'm mildly not even invested seems too strong.
Time to eat a horse. Remember when there was the horse meat scandal in the UK back in the day?
That really was back in the day. That was more than 15 years ago at this point.
Yes.
This was maybe, no, you know what, it'd be less than 15, but it'd be more than 12 for sure.
Would you be mad about that? If you bought some meat
horse
and
meat?
it turned out to be meat, yeah.
If
It's
I
like
didn't get sick, I wouldn't be
yeah.
mad, but it would make me reproachful because it wasn't so much the deception of, hey, wait a minute, this isn't beef, this is horse.
Mhm.
It was more the fact that the horse is unregulated. So
That's
there
true.
could have been anything in there, you know.
Yeah, it could have been a parasite riddled horse, or it could have been a champion. Would you be? But if they said this is like a winning horse, like the thing that you ate, specifically that patty, it was like medals on top of medals, won so many. Would you be like, okay, I can eat that?
No, I think I would be sad if I was eating a champion horse.
Okay.
I think I would feel it would be too sombering.
Yeah, that's
That
where
after all of this effort and all this power.
Yeah.
And now I'm just some fat slob eating it as a burger. It'd be very sobering. It would make me question my own ending, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, even as a human, am I really living up to the type of life this horse had?
Yeah.
What's going to happen to me after I die? I'm probably going to have a better funeral than this thing. Just for the fact that I'm human.
They'll just turn you in Soylent Green and eat you in the future anyway, I'm pretty sure.
Well, maybe, but I can't predict that, can I?
Yeah, that's true. But yeah.
I don't like the show.
I would be okay with it.
Have you seen it? You think you would what?
You
go.
Eating a champion horse. That's what I'm saying. I think I'd be okay.
You'd be into it?
Yeah.
Would you feel like annoyed if it wasn't a champion horse? Yes.
Because the thing is that you are what you eat, right? So therefore I'm a champion after eating the champion horse.
Sure. You're also a horse.
Yes. At that point. It's like that game that got banned, Horses, I think it was called.
Yeah, it wasn't one of those banning things, right? I think it wasn't at Steam just like, we don't want this on the store because it's like a little... I think I remember seeing something where it's like, not that all of a sudden Steam was like, we can't have sexual content, but it's like there was some element of possible... Why are we talking about this?
Yeah, doesn't matter. What was you saying?
Doesn't matter. This was like
horses.
I don't think I like the show very much.
Mm-hmm. Is it Gary Oldman in it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I do think it's a fun idea for a subversion. In that a lot of these sorts of shows where there's like, this is the current generation's like important work, right? The spy industry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so, you got to be a hard person to work in the spy industry, right? You're going to see a lot of death, and you're going to be up against, you're going to be walking a razor's edge at all times.
Yeah.
So you introduce the guy who's like unassuming, old man, old pro that everybody knows, but instead of making him like super cool, you make him like a really annoying, like whiny old man.
Yeah.
And I think the idea is cool, but I still then am watching like 10 episodes of a guy who is really annoying.
An unlikable main character.
Like, really unlikable, and unfortunately is not in a situation or doing anything that I find particularly interesting. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll keep watching it because I got nothing else to do.
It's risky for a show where you're like watching it over.
I think Gary Oldman is
episodes
doing a
and
good
episodes.
performance. It's just personal preference wise, I'm watching it going. When I hear him say certain things,
yeah,
it really gets you because he's like moaning. He's literally like whining about stuff, constantly.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Anyway, the point I was mostly going to make. I would fucking love to work there. Oh my god, dude!
I mean,
I would love to work in the dead end spy office.
Because you do, why is that appealing to you?
Because it's a government job.
Yes,
with all those benefits,
a good pension, yeah, of course,
good pension, and literally the boss is like, nobody do any work. I hate all of you. I'm gonna go sit in my office and fart and smoke and drink and eat. Take away.
Yeah. So you're
all
saying
of you could do literally whatever you want. I don't care. And
so
I would. Oh my god.
This is the opposite of like The Shield, right? Where it's like
it's the opposite. It's the opposite of the punishment in Japan where they try and make you quit by putting you in like a tiny room where you don't do any work. It's like
the shame.
And I want it. It's like I want. That would be so cool. That would be so cool.
Do they?
Oh my god!
Like, do anything like important?
Do
like, do they literally
no,
just
the
don't?
whole point is that they all suck and everybody hates them. I'm fine. If I'm getting paid a government wage to do that, because the show, again, this is another thing I bounce off of, because it's very honestly, it's very much just The Office, but they're spies. The show, everybody's like ashamed to be there because they're like, oh, I'm so embarrassing. I wish I was working in the cool spy office where everything is shiny and cool and we were doing important work. But I fucked up. I did something super stupid.
Of course.
In Slough House.
Yeah.
That's not. I would be intentionally doing something stupid, so they put me in Slough House. I would be fucking up all the time, but in menial ways. So they're like, we can't fire him for this, but we can put him somewhere that sucks. That's my plan.
The point, deploying the plan right now. I think the point is that it's like people that I've been aiming for the highest highs, and they end up on the lowest rungs of the ladder. Right? They kind of so they intentionally landed there in the place
they didn't
where they
intentionally land there, but it's not like they were aiming high in the first place. They were just they just fucked up in the nice office, and then they got sent to the bad office.
But you don't end up working for MI5. I'm pretty sure if you're like a slob, like you have to be somewhat competent. At least I hope so. Maybe I don't know the inner workings of the MI5.
So the main character's situation is that he messed up like a test. He messed up an exam.
Oh, okay, right then. Yeah.
But he messed up bad enough. Not in a way that anybody actually got hurt, but he got messed up. He messed up bad enough that they're like, "That's embarrassing. You're gonna go to shit."
Hiding the
office.
shame. Yeah.
The other people are like, they've got the classic like office scandal type thing. One of them is like he had an important file he left on the bus.
Oh, okay.
Another one is like he sent an email that was not good, and everybody
one of them was like saying government secrets on a podcast.
One of them is like literally there because he's annoying. Like the conceit is that he is just nobody likes him, so they put him here because he's really annoying. So I would fucking love it, man. Just clock in every day, 9 to 5, sit there, do fuck all, read a book, check my phone.
Yeah, well.
Send one email maybe a whole day. Catch a government check, get my benefit.
That
sounds
civil servant Ben. You can't get rid of him, can't fire him, and he doesn't do anything. That's like the joke.
Yep.
But hopefully you'll land that job someday. What department would you pick? If not MI5,
I'm indifferent, whatever.
Anywhere. Just put me anywhere, coach. I just don't want to do anything at work.
That's the real irony, though, is that I would be aiming for it. I would be fucking up intentionally to go there. And then when I get there, then it's like now there is an event happening that requires like in the first season, it's suddenly everybody's reliant on these people that suck. And now I'm in there and I'm like, fuck, I actually have to do more. I'm more important now in this instance than I was fucking in the last place. Yeah. Now I have to do more shit. This sucks. But I'd get over it. As long as I was getting paid, I guess. That's fine.
But that's the thing. It's like, where's a reluctant hero, you know?
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? You will step up to the occasion, you know, when it actually comes, you know, and you save the day.
I like to think so. I like to think I would. Exactly. You never know until you're in it, I guess, is the thing.
Or you fuck up big time. You're thinking of that, like, I'm gonna do so well in that moment when when faith calls on me, you know, and then you fuck up, you know.
When that Elden Ring, you pick it up.
That's true, exactly. Welcome everybody to Dead Ensigns, number 1 slowest podcast. This is me, Max, and this is Ben. How you doing,
Slow horses. I think it's funny.
Yes.
I think it's clever that they call them donkeys, and donkeys are kind of a slow horse.
Mm-hmm.
And Slough House sounds like slow horse.
That does sound like it. Yes, you're right.
How fun.
How many seasons is there of that show?
This is how I know this show must be bad, because I think there's 4 seasons. The 5th one is about to come out, and they're already done making the 6th one.
Yeah,
it's like pretty damn quick.
Maybe it's because they're like in an office, just recording them, like pumping them out.
Yeah, because they just walk around London for an afternoon and shoot all of it. Running about like, on a bus or something. There's a scene. There's half an episode. I think I kind of wish it was more episodic, I guess. It has the thing where it's like, because when it started, I was like, I could get into this if each episode is like these schmucks that suck dealing with like some kind of spy drama, you know. They're like the place that sucks, and then they inadvertently end up helping out on some super important thing that's really stupid. But no, it was like a whole season about like one problem and over the course of one night, and I'm like, ugh, I don't care that much. By the time the 3rd episode ended of 6, I was really hoping that they would wrap up this storyline and the rest of the show would be about a different storyline as well. But it was still like, no, we're still going with the guy got kidnapped by some like right-wing nationalists, and they're like, we're gonna kill him. Oh, but it was actually a false flag thing, but now it's a real flag thing, and it's like, I'm just eating my dinner, I guess.
Yeah, just chomping.
It is what it is.
But it's
didn't you watch it? I felt like I was saying you watched
my mum watched it at one point. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I see.
My mum watched it because she talked about it from at some point. But you just get Gary Oldman. I think she liked it.
My dad liked it as well, and my older brother. That's why I was interested, because both of them were like, "This show's good," and I was
it's an older person show, I guess.
It does have a bit of that vibe, yeah.
There you go.
Does it
for young
not derogatory? Bucks. Just kind of get that sense.
Young bucks, we don't. These are. We're not the demographic for these sort of shows. What do we like?
Tulsa King.
We like. That's true. Cobra Kai. We like Cobra Kai. We like.
I was talking to somebody about Cobra Kai this week. Yeah, and I was like, it made me go like, I did recommend it. And it made me think, like, man, I miss Cobra Kai. That was a good show. That was a good TV show. Because you just need to be, at the end of the day, I can forgive all of the overarching plot stuff. I can forgive all these things I always complain about. I can forgive the fucking 2-year wait times between seasons and everything. If at the end of the day, the show is fun to watch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's like the core. That's all you need.
That's the core, like, root. That's the trunk that needs to support everything else. You know. If you can nail that trunk, at least the foundation, then I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah.
But if you can't, then it's like, I guess I'll try and look for other stuff I like in it. Like, I guess I kind of like this, and this performance is kind of fine. I don't know, whatever.
It's like I feel like it's a show that you can like watch with your kid. You know, like it's like enough for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got like definitely moments.
It definitely had
moments.
A family show vibe of like, if you're like, because I feel like the show was made. Obviously, ultimately, it's like, yeah, huge nerds are gonna watch this. That's fine. Huge nerds with no children are gonna watch this. That's
true.
Okay. But I like to, at least good faith reading, think that there is a person out there who grew up with a Karate Kid who's maybe like late 30s, early 40s now, who has a kid who's like 12, and they can connect this way and be like, you know, there's something here that teens can find fun in, and there's something here that I can enjoy, you know?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And we can sit down. I wouldn't want you, like, you wouldn't watch it with your 6-year-old kid, but if you got like a 13-year-old kid and you're like, I want a way to connect through some media. Let's see what Daniel LaRusso's got going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a bit of Mr. Miyagi.
And they have
of course, Johnny Lawrence.
And
and the new generation.
And then you have to explain Reese, was it Kreese to your
Kreese,
kid? His ability to just appear anywhere, like a shadow.
Out
monster.
of the shadows.
Yeah. Like and then your kid is like, maybe your kid will be like, I want to do karate, and you're like, no, you're doing MMA instead. You're doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Sorry, we're doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu. This is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu household.
Or we're doing grappling, you know?
Yeah. It's grapples and strikes. That's the most powerful martial art.
Yeah, that's
grapples and strikes. There's nothing else.
That's what you do. That's what we should sell this idea to what's the conservative thing that closed down recently? The network, like Ben Shapiro and stuff.
It didn't close down.
Is it not?
I think they fired like 1 million people.
Oh, okay. Well, then yeah.
I think the Daily Wire is still around.
Daily Wire, yeah. That would be like a Daily Wire one, where it's like, I don't even know, grab and punch. That's what it would be called.
Grab and punch. You're putting grab and punch at the top of your treatment, and you're handing this to the Daily Wire. Yeah. And you're going, here's my new show.
It's like Cobra Kai.
It's like Cobra Kai, but not woke. The thing is, Cobra Kai was already like it. I think it did a good job of walking the line. You know, like they had some jokes,
risky stuff. Yeah,
they had some jokes about wokeness, but I feel like it always came from the perspective of the adults who are concerned with or confused by wokeness are stupid is the issue.
Yes,
there's not really any issue with any of the kids' like identities or how they choose to present themselves. There's nothing actually wrong with that, but all of the like stupid like 45 plus year old guys who are stuck in the 80s machismo mindset say dumb shit like Johnny Lawrence. But then just the thing, Johnny Lawrence grows. He goes so much over the show.
He understands in the end. Maybe he's confused, but later
he becomes a girl dad at that.
That's true. You're right.
You know? And he's the dad that stepped up too.
He absolutely did, yeah. It's a beautiful story.
What a good show! What a good show!
It's a good. It's a happy
it's a
show. Like,
it's a timeless tale.
It's a good show, and like the finale with like the Sekai Tekai is like good. Like all the choreography fight.
Cobra Kai again.
It's that's the thing. It's a number one Cobra Kai podcast. Everybody suddenly. How did we do this? How did we end up on Cobra Kai again?
I was just talking about TV shows I don't like because I was watching Slow Horses. And then we ended up talking about TV shows we do like.
There is no good shows coming out except for The Pit.
Yeah, the good one.
What else is going out? And because I think it's, I think
in another 5 years we'll be able to look forward to more Pluribus and the other one, Severance.
I know why it's happening, Ben. I know exactly why we're coming back to like happy memories, basically, because we're preparing ourselves for the fact that we're going to be watching Star Trek soon, Strange New Worlds, and I don't think we're very optimistic about the new season. But you never know. You never know. And it's like retreating into the womb. It's hiding away. But it's literally that we're like not looking forward to them.
This season might be good because the last one there was the writers' strike.
Okay, let's predictions. Should we do some predictions? We haven't. This is this week's episode, and we haven't watched. We haven't watched. It's before it came out, so this week's episode came out that we're recording.
Comes out the day this.
So you probably have watched it by the point of you've probably watched the episodes, and you'll be probably listening to this episode after that. So the Gorn. Do you think they're gonna come back for this season?
Yes,
I think so too. I think they're gonna fly back through the sun again or something.
I didn't think the question was going to be that specific. I thought you were just going to say, do you think the season will be good? And I was going to reluctantly say no. Despite my hope that it would at least improve over the last one.
Do you think Pike's partner that turned into Sentinel is going to come up ever again?
Yes, he's going to be sad about it at the beginning of the season, and then he's going to get over it by the end of the first episode.
I feel like she might pop in as like a Force ghost at one point in this season. In a moment of weakness, in a moment of doubt, Pike is going to be like, fuck,
I don't think she'll be a Force ghost, but they might do a flashback or something.
They do like a flashback or something like that.
I can see a flashback, but I think they need her. She needs to be gone. She can't they can't pussyfoot around and have her be like, yes, I can astral project while I'm in here, by the way. I just don't want to that very much, but I'm doing it now to tell you something important. That would be really stupid. I think at most they'll do the classic flashback that is perfectly related to the problem that Pike is having, and now he can learn about what to do or some shit like that. That's my guess.
Is Mbenga gonna be cool in this season? I think
when is he not, bro? When is he not?
Well, he didn't. He got thrown on the side a little bit in the last season.
He got sidelined, but that wasn't. You didn't ask if he's going to do stuff. You asked, is he going to be cool? And he's always cool.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. He is always cool. Wait, isn't he gotten replaced, actually?
I don't know.
I don't remember what happened the last season, except for the main
Why would he get replaced?
By a different medical officer.
I
don't remember. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. But what else?
You got one more question, and then I want to move on.
You want to move on?
I want to talk about Odyssey.
Is Kirk going to be like a lot bigger in this season? Do you think?
Yeah, probably about as much as maybe a bit more than usual. I guess
he was
around a good amount last time.
Because Scotty is here now, and Uhura, and
he's going to be taking over soon.
And Bones?
It's gonna
Is
be
Bones
his-
gonna be here soon? Was
I
he?
don't fucking
Did
know.
we see Bones at any point? Am I forgetting something? 'Cause
For some reason, now that you've mentioned it, I feel like there was a tease, maybe, but I don't think there was actually. So I'm gonna say no.
yeah. All right.
Let me see. I'm gonna look at the character list. Hold on. He's still listed as a guest in season 2. James
okay.
D. Kirk, played by Paul Wesley. So we'll see. We'll see. Probably not.
Is there any
Probably
more
not.
seasons coming out of this? Is there like another season that's
Yes,
supposed
there's
to
a final
be?
season. We've talked about this
Okay.
before. There's a final season. Scotty is still a main cast member.
Mm-hmm.
Martin Gwynn playing Scotty. And good old Pike and Spock, is
Yeah.
played by Ethan Peck. And they're all
Yeah.
here in our favorite Paramount TV show. We love Paramount, don't we, mate?
Yeah, do we do?
They make our
do
favorite
we?
productions.
Before we move on to Odyssey, do we want to talk
Okay.
about the cards? Because you're
I was going
you
to save
brought
that for
them up.
last. I don't even want to
Okay.
talk about that. You haven't seen the movie, so it's not like you have a huge conversation. I think I was just getting very annoyed yesterday.
I have a theory though about
What's your theory?
Nolan movies in
Yeah,
general.
yeah.
Christopher Nolan is doing something to me, basically,
What?
directly. Last time Oppenheimer comes out, right?
That's
My
true.
a brick gets thrown from my window.
Somebody throws a
right?
brick through your window, stopping you from seeing Oppenheimer.
Stuffing to sue it. This year,
We had a delayed
Odyssey.
Barbenheimer going.
yeah, I can't really go to see it because I'm going through like some medical issues I'm feeling, and I can't really leave the house easy.
And I mean,
So-
Tenet, nobody went to see Tenet because of the pandemic.
COVID, yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't play Fortnite at the time, so I couldn't see it in Fortnite neither. I think. But yeah, so my theory is Christopher Nolan is manipulating my life in some way to prevent me from seeing these movies. I
Yep.
don't know why. Why would he pick on me? You know, like
There's a
that.
strange humming noise going on at the moment. I'm gonna give it a minute. It has ended.
Oh, it stopped. Okay. Cutting back to you talking about Odyssey, I'm pretty sure.
Max, the
and
movie
me
The
being
Odyssey.
Attacked. Yeah, that's it. That was just the noise of the pipes in your building. I think that's what
Exactly.
the
That
Odyssey
was
is.
stopping you even hearing about the film from me.
That's true.
Different.
So Christopher Nolan is doing something.
He's trying to.
He's
trying to
directing
stop
my
you.
life. He's directing my life. There's an IMAX camera hidden in the painting
It's
on
his
my
next
wall.
movie in 2029.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be called Max. I don't want to talk too much about the movie. I do think you should watch
Yeah.
it at some point when you get the chance, because I think it was quite good.
Yeah.
It took a
Nolan
while
movie.
for me to get into it from the beginning, but after it finished, it's kind of grown on me the more I've
Yeah.
thought about it. And in my mind, I've become its strongest defender because looking at people talk about it over the weekend is really annoying. Because I would be happy to read, I'd welcome an actual bad review. An actual review that was just like, I didn't like how the movie did this or this, you know?
Yeah.
How, like, I don't think the soundtrack was good. I don't think the acting here was good. I think his direction here was poor. Practically every review I see entirely talks about how inaccurate it is to the book. And it's like, I don't care. I really don't care how accurate it is to the original fucking 3,000-year-old
It doesn't.
book.
Yeah, it doesn't. Like, I
It's
don't get why
so
people are so
stupid.
mad about it. Like, it's just.
It's crazy. Not even like the
he's a
historical
director.
inaccuracy part,
He
but
gets
just
to
like
do whatever
the-
he wants, right? With a story, you're as a creative.
And I would say I think he does a really good and interesting thing with the story, you know?
yeah,
He really like takes it in an interesting direction. A lot of people have been saying it's almost like there is a kind of thematic through line between the Odyssey and Oppenheimer and Tenet, you know?
mm-hmm.
About
Yeah.
about not what's the word? Not like trauma, like generational, like fuck ups, I guess, you know. like I think this movie, especially in comparison to Oppenheimer, there's a lot of the similar stuff of like society, a society creating its own downfall, you know. Like one person, but also one person sort of representative as like a greater society conceptualizing and performing something that leads to the downfall of society as they know it, right?
And
I think Tenet similarly has I'd seen Tenet for the first time like a year ago, I think. But similarly, that's about like a future generation trying to destroy themselves in the past, you know? Like, it's got all that stuff. So people are picking up on like a bit of a thematic through line through these three films. And Tenet has the whole backwards thing. In these movies, backwards, you know.
You're right.
Oldest one last. Interesting.
He's going to remake Quest for Fire next.
Yes.
Exactly.
But, it's interesting to see because, like, I two things. Something interesting happens, I think, when people read Homer's Odyssey. I think they believe they're the only person that has ever read the book. It becomes more about like less about like the story and more about like how many facts you remember about the long confusing poem, right? The epic. But another thing is like I've always thought of Odyssey as it's the thing of like it's even the version that people point to as like the oldest readable version of the story is itself a translation and adaptation of a different version of the story that we can't read, right? At the end of the day. And it's kind of illustrative of the core point of storytelling, which is it is something that stories change and develop over generations, right? And as people's perspectives shift, so do our understanding of story, right? Stories over the course of these generations. So it's really surprising to see people look at it and go like, he changed stuff.
Yeah, and
he doesn't understand, because Odysseus is a very different character in this movie than he is in the book.
Yeah,
he's more introspective, I guess you could say, and less. He's less. Maybe not sinister, but I mean, people look at it and they go, the Greeks were like more cruel than this. Like they didn't understand the guilt that this movie is about, you know, in that way when it comes to war. And it's like, why does that not make it more interesting to you though? Like as an exploration of that character? I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting to see the reaction, I would say.
Yeah, I guess it's like, you know, represent like we like to in general. It's like stories we want them to apply to us, right? Our times, and that's the way we see them, right? It's like I don't know. It's just, and also just like like you said, it's a translation. There's been mistranslations of the story and acknowledgements of that in terms of like, like it's whatever, it's stories and their language, and the language changes. Like the stories change over time, get morphed, right? You said through our time, and it's like just another interpretation of the story. It doesn't have to be repeated, or I guess people are like, maybe the original script represents something to them, so then they see that and then they're afraid that people are like, oh, they're gonna, when they think of the Odyssey, it's gonna think of this movie, not of this thing that means something to me, you know? But it's like
that's the argument people always make when it comes to adaptation and remake.
That's true,
you know? Where it's like,
especially like a big adaptation, right?
This is going to overshadow or ruin the legacy of the original. And I don't know. I do think it's kind of a moot point. I think
it's a moot point. Yeah, there's no.
You can never remove those. You can never remove those previous or original iterations of the story. You know that they persist.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they, like the fucking Ghost in the Shell remake that we talked about a few weeks ago. It's
that's
like,
true.
that movie fucking sucks ass. And it's really bad. And although they it's kind of a mishmash of stuff from the comic and stuff from the live action version. Well, not from Mamoroshi's
the anime,
version.
yeah.
It still creates its own original interpretation of that narrative, and the original still exists regardless. Either way,
yeah, you can go back and watch it, and maybe you'll appreciate it even more. Actually, after watching it, and it's like, I don't know. It just became like a battleground, isn't it? It's just a lot of just really cultural stuff, because like people associate like antiquities, right? That's what they call it, right? With like manliness and stuff like that, and it's like they feel so like, especially in
like,
our current.
I don't even want to touch the like. I'm happy to talk about the aspect of it that is, I would say, people misunderstanding what Nolan is going for with this film, for sure. But like, there's the whole other side of people that are like, they have a trans actor in there, rawr, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's
which does make me really sad, because even though like Elliot Page is only in this film for like, I think the total screen time is like 5.5 minutes.
Yeah,
he is like so important to like the so important to the emotional core of this movie, and like the theme, the message that Nolan is trying to tackle. That it's like, and there's some really interesting dialogue that I think is like super intentional in casting Elliot Page in order to describe him in the film in this way. There's a way that Odysseus describes the character of Sinon, which again, in looking it up, because I was very interested in this character, Sinon is not in Homer's Odyssey, so I think it's interesting that Nolan has actually pulled away from, even though this is listed as like an adaptation of Homer's Odyssey, there is stuff pulled from other versions of these events, not the story of the Odyssey, but like a character that exists in a different story that chronicles the fall of Troy and stuff,
Yeah.
The Sinon is like this soldier that was left behind to like trick the Trojans into taking the horse, basically, to say like, they all fucked off. This was a gift, by the way. This is a gift for you. Go put it in your castle. Go put it in your town. Bring it in for your walls. It's okay. And so the Sinon is like an adaptation of that character. Isn't even in the Odyssey in the first place. Homer's Odyssey, at least. I don't know. People seem to ignore that aspect of it. I don't know. It's interesting.
It's
interesting to see. I enjoyed the movie a lot, though. I would recommend it. I think
big thumbs up from men for Odyssey.
I would say so. I would say I'm not like a huge Nolan head. I couldn't tell you what my favorite Nolan is, but it's probably not this one. But it is a very well made movie. And so much like it, I think that's something you'd really like about IMAX when you eventually see it at some point. Is the practical effects in it are incredible.
Yeah,
like, there's a lot of stuff, even stuff that when I was watching it, I was going like, that part has to at least be like not computer generated, but like computer enhanced. They've chroma keyed this in a way to make it look this way, but then it's like no, they literally just like did it all in camera, and it's like, that's crazy. I was surprised by how they did certain things in this,
and recording it on an IMAX camera on top of that, which is like insanely difficult from the format, because of the format. It's like, well, it is Nolan, a legendary director, and I'll give it a shot at some point.
Podcast earlier, and they were talking about the reason why he tries to keep everything as practical as possible is because, like, he really tries to retain the quality of the original version of the film, and every time you have to like, scan it and then to put it back onto film and stuff with the effects, and it can end up losing some of that quality. So he tries to like really limit the amount of passes it takes for effects and shit.
What do you mean, Ben? You just put it through AI enhance algorithm, right? And you get all that information back, right? It's the same thing, right?
Grok, enhance the Odyssey. Grok, do my banking.
Do my banking, Grok. buy SpaceX stocks that are also falling constantly. Interesting.
I gotta go.
You gotta
go make some calls.
You gotta make I need to call Grok on my phone because I attached him to my phone too. I can call him on a phone number. He gets spam calls too, and he gives away my personal information.
It's straight up something that happens in the last On Cinema Oscar special.
In Odyssey.
No, in On Cinema, Tim Heidecker he is using Grok during the season and stuff, and his adopted father Giamato dies near the end of the season. And then in the Oscar special, he has created a version. He's using a version of Grok that has Giamato's voice and is using him as his lawyer and consultant and stuff.
Yeah,
and he's constantly talking to Grok about legal advice. To the point where he gets served in the middle of the Oscar special, and he's taking pictures of the papers, and asking Giamato to explain what's happening and stuff.
Yeah.
Grok Amato. What a good show. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to talk about in the Odyssey. I'd definitely love to talk about it more when you've seen it, but
yeah,
when you get the chance.
Let's talk about these cards. How about that card, eh?
You don't want to talk about White Knuckle and how much you love White Knuckle?
I love White Knuckle. Suck on the knuckle. White Knuckle? I don't know. No, just I've been playing a lot of White Knuckle, but because of the recent update, highly recommend it if anyone likes speedrunning games and stuff like that. But I don't know. There isn't much to say, I feel, about White Knuckle in general, because it's weird because they put a lot of effort into kind of casting of the world, the theming of the world, the art direction of the each section, as you go through these sections in this world.
Sure.
But you have to move through it so quickly, you have to fucking speed run through this shit, right? So it's I feel a lot of it you do have to do a dedicated run where you're I'm gonna go to this place, I'm gonna read this note or something, and pause for a second and read it, because you're constantly getting chased in the game. And it's interesting that they do actually put a lot of effort into this kind of backstory and I guess lore of this world, but it's not finished yet, so it's still
so it sucks.
But what?
So it sucks.
Exactly, it's early access still, so therefore it sucks. Why would anyone need a little bit more time to create a game? Just give me the full game immediately. Why do you keep it? Yeah. Just what's the point of early access? Just why don't you just make the game and then give it to me? At full price. But it's and I also been playing Total War, Warhammer 3. I did say I wasn't interested, but then a bunch of stuff happened and I ended up playing it anyway. It's interesting.
You got over it.
I got over it. Yeah, I got over it.
I actually love Lizard Men in this game.
I actually love Warhammer. Actually, fantasy. But it's I don't know. There's some aspects of that game that I don't like. When you do actually become a lot bigger, the game does become a bit of a crawl, where you have a big territory and you have to defend it. And it takes so long per turn to manage everything, And it's specifically in the mode I'm playing, which is the free-for-all, basically, where every single faction is on the map.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just is at the beginning of the game, there are 296 factions that take turns. So
that's quite a bit. Yeah,
that's quite a lot, and it's really funny because you also, especially at the beginning, you get people there'll be a point where they're getting cleared out, and every turn you get this faction died, this faction died, this faction doesn't exist anymore, because there were a faction that had 3. A single province, and there was a big kingdom next to them, so they just got eaten, basically, right?
Yeah.
And what I appreciate about this game is that you do have a lot of every faction has the gimmick, they have a little mechanical gimmick to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing as the Empire, and they have a gimmick where they have like this huge province, and each one has its own like nation or whatever, like head of it.
Sure.
And your goal is to unite them. Like literally, you have to like do politicking. You get these favors, and you have to gather these favors to then literally like unite them, like confederate them into yourself, right? And then like that's your ultimate goal is right to unite this huge kingdom. While like the dwarves have like the Book of Grudges, where they like put in things that like you gather like grudge points, and you can like then spend them to like kind of like aim a target at the faction, basically, because they're like in the Book of Grudges. So it's like the other dwarves will do stuff, and you also get like special units for the points. So I like the kind of variety that the game actually throws at you. Like every single faction is basically like different, you know, and that's fun, you know. But at the same time, like the actual combat, the battle simulations aspect of it, where you're like moving units and you're flanking and stuff, I don't know, man. Sometimes the auto resolve that you can click is like, yeah, like you click it and you're like, yeah, this was a little bit bullshit. I would have never won this if I actually played this out. But because I pressed a button, it just rolled a bunch of dice, and it went like, yeah, you technically, according to the power scaling, all these units have more of a power scale than these units. Although, like, if I actually play out the battle, I just get wiped, you know. And it's like, yeah, I guess it's not the perfect game in that sense, right? Like, it still feels a little bit like you like the tactics element of the game, right? Like the battlefield tactics aren't as important as literally just have a bigger guy, you know, on your team, a bigger unit on your team that then can just squash the other unit, you know?
It's important in war, in all war, is to have the biggest guys.
That's true. That's true. Like technological advantages have been like force multiplayers, basically. That's what they're called, right? It's just like a huge advantage. Like you just can't, you know, destroy a tank. Like you need a specific thing to destroy a tank. If you don't have it, then you just won't be able to do it. But yeah, I've just been enjoying it. But we'll see how long that lasts, because I've played a lot of it, and I already feel burned out on it. So we'll see. Maybe it will be a short-lived kind of thing. But I was also wanted to play this because Total War game, because I'm kind of interested in the 40K version of the Total War that is coming out in the future. So I was kind of preparing to learn these games, so then I can maybe jump into Warhammer 40K Total War a lot easier, you know, than having to start from scratch.
Forget about that. Forget about it. You're not jumping into that. You're jumping into Magic the Gathering, Star Trek.
Yes, exactly.
Star Trek card image gallery. We're looking at it. They announced. They showed Boimler.
Boimler's on the cards.
And Mariner.
Yes.
That's right. Both of them. They've got card. Each of them.
Yes, they have.
One's white, one's red.
Why is one white? Why? Oh, because it's like, what's
the colors are representative of what they do in the game, and some other bullshit in the lore and stuff that I don't care about.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even explain it to you if I knew.
But yeah, it's currently not big fans, I think, of the art that is on the cards. Yeah. Some of them are pretty stinky in terms of the designs, like especially like the Khan engineered evil card is
you can only really go one way. So if you look at something, for example, with these Universe Beyond things, right?
Yeah.
If you look at like the last Airbender ones, the Avatar ones, because it's animated, they can do a mixture of like, oh, this is like very painterly, oh, this one's like more anime, oh, this one's more cartoony. They can really mix and match it, you know, so that people end up with like a lot of cards, some that they like more than others, but there's a lot of options, you know. When it's something like this, and it's all just like real people.
Yeah.
You can only really do one style of card in each of these, and it's just like a digital painting of like Picard posing, or Beverly Crusher, or like, and it's not like any of the art is bad. It's just kind of like it's just a little ugly. Like it's just paintings of guys in like costumes from the 70s, you know?
Yeah, but Benedict Cumberbatch looks. I don't know.
That's one where it's like that
it
one's
feels
really ugly. Khan Engineered Evil looks really ugly.
Yeah, it just looks like it's got like it's like trying to be realistic in a way. Yeah, go on.
I heard that the card that this is a proxy of, Shield Dread the Apocalypse, is a really expensive and rare card at the moment. And what they're trying to do is put out this version that's so ugly that people won't want it, and it becomes a budget option for if you want a Shield Dread the Apocalypse.
That would be really funny if
it's definitely not what they're doing, obviously, but it is funny to think about.
Benedict Cumberbatch visual of him becoming a budget like card that people buy. Because it's just his face, like is like centerfold.
Well, he's already in the game as Doctor Strange. Yeah, because they have all the Marvel cards that come out with. Doctor Strange is one of them.
That is a good point. Are you sure it's him, or is it like a generic Doctor Strange where it's a guy with a mustache? It's a guy. It's just like he's got like spiky hair or something, like, and a spiky mustache, and he's like, "I'm Doctor Strange. I'm not any actor, actually." You know,
the Benjamin Sisko card is very strong. 5/5.
He's a strong guy.
And cast creature spells from the top of your library. That's kind of awesome, man.
But the thing is that, like, I feel like these cards, that maybe just be Magic cards in general, because you know this more than me. But these art styles seem all over the place, like in terms of like,
they tend
like
to
you know,
be
you got the
different artists and stuff.
That is a good point, but like I don't know, you got the Tusk card, right? And it looks so awesome. It like looks so dynamic, you know. It's like him sprinting down this corridor. Yeah. And then you get, like, for example, like, you know, the Janeway card, and she's just standing there, you know?
She's just smirking.
She's just smirking.
Holding her cup of... Were they drinking Ractigino? I can't remember.
I think they
weren't drinking Ractigino, no.
I think she just drank coffee.
She wasn't working class enough to drink Ractigino.
She was like, coffee, black, or something, yeah. They
like pumpkin spice latte. She's a girl.
Hold the espresso shot, you know.
The Tosk card is quite nice and dynamic. It's funny that one of the cards they revealed is Tosk of all things.
I am curious.
For some reason, I don't know what a welcome deck is, but one of them has Tosk right on the front of it.
Yeah, I do want to see the niche stuff that they'll have on this in these cards.
They've got some stuff I wasn't expecting. They've got Hoshi Sato card, which is interesting. I wasn't expecting them to have
because the Enterprise stuff.
Them to have any Enterprise stuff, and then it's like his Hoshi Sato exolinguist.
Do you think they'll have Nazi lizards from Voyager as a card?
No, I think the thing I was most surprised by, and probably because it's like if this set is successful, they'll do another very, very unsuccessful modern Star Trek set. But they probably wouldn't actually, to be honest, because nobody likes modern Star Trek stuff. They can read the writing on the wall. They're like, it ain't what you say worth the squeeze on that one.
Yeah.
But I was surprised that they don't even have like any modern Trek stuff. They don't have like an errant Burnham card, maybe.
Well,
nothing like
Boimler
that.
Is modern Trek, kind of.
True. I often forget, but it's kind of like not real because it's a cartoon, and they just kind of pretend that it's something, you know.
All right.
But I mean, though, I'm surprised. They'll probably do a Pike that's modeled after fucking what's his nuts who plays Pike.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, maybe there'll probably be an Uhura card. There'll probably be an alternate Spock card where it's the Ethan Peck one, maybe.
They could have Jason Alexander from the think tank as a card. That would be a good one.
See, those are the deep cuts that we got.
Yeah,
that's the kind of deep cut I'd want to see.
Yeah,
you know the thing they're doing. They've got these autograph cards, and it's kind of, I don't know, kind of gross looking.
Which ones?
They have collectible cards autograph cards. There's a Kirk one that you can see and a Janeway one.
Oh, these ones where they have like an empty slot. I didn't know what
plate for people to sign it.
That I didn't know that. I was curious about what the fuck those were. Them.
And it's a little like I don't know about that. I don't know about all that.
You don't even have to go to like a Star Trek convention to get it signed. It's already signed.
I don't know.
That's
I don't know
fucking
I don't
lame.
know if it's. I think it comes signed, but the images they give on here are not signed. So I don't know if maybe you get an unsigned one and then you have to get it signed, because that would suck. You pull a card and it's like, all right, now head to fucking the Star Trek cruise, buddy.
Yeah, well, we gotta work to get that place, to get so they can give us a panel on it,
There is a crystalline entity card that's kind of fun.
Yes, that's a fun. I did also see that. But
and there's Data's daughter as well, Lal.
They could have
for Lal.
They could have Grudge as the cat. Cat. I mean,
they're not gonna make a card for.
No, you think not?
No.
Tilly.
I think there will possibly at least be a Burnham card, a Saru card,
yes,
and a card for the Discovery itself, because the ships are cards. The ships are cards.
Dilithium baby card. That's a good one.
Yes, there's gonna be a Dilithium baby. Gonna be a card for the Dilithium baby, and it would be the strongest card ever. It's gonna break the whole system.
If you play a ship card, it makes it explode or something like that.
Card. Yeah, they'll do a Discovery card. Burnham, Saru, I don't know, maybe like
Star Trek Academy, of course. They're gonna be
Michelle
plenty.
Yeoh's character, maybe. I don't know.
They're gonna give Starfleet Academy stuff.
Any Starfleet Academy cards, man.
Why not?
As much as I would love a Jaden card.
Would you not love an Holly Hunter's feet covering cards or whatever, the little metal things?
I could here's my 3 dream cards, okay? One is a lock, O'Brien. There's gonna be an O'Brien card.
Yes.
I will have to have an O'Brien card. As nice of an O'Brien card as they'll make. I have to have that one specifically. I'll buy it separately if I have to, single. I don't care. I'll get it framed. If I don't know. It will be important to me. It's crucial that I have an O'Brien card. Second, Elnor and Jaden.
Elnor would be amazing.
There's no way they'd ever do an Elnor card, but if they did an Elnor card, I would have to own that.
Yes, that would be
and the
incredible.
Quote at the bottom of the card: "Please, friend, choose to live."
Oh my god, that would be perfect. That would be. I would also have to get one.
That would be so good.
Oh my god!
And it's just him standing with his hands on his.
I like we're live streaming unpacking, and it's like, and we get all these rare cards, and we're like throwing them, and then we get Elnor, and we're like hands are shaking, and we're like putting, how like the guy who pulls the one ring, and he's like shaking.
Number one Elnor fans.
He's like taking the film and putting the card in the protect the film. Yes, finally, the opening 300 packs. I got Elnor. I would like O'Brien's daughter, but the caveman from that one episode.
Sure, yeah.
That's the one. Like I said, Jason Alexander would be a good one.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good one.
And probably Icheb, but from Picard when he gets murdered. That's the one that I would also love when they kill him. Sure, but he's problematic, so that won't.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know, it's kind of weird that you want a card of that guy at this point. These are those things that he did or said. I can't remember now. I just remember he did something bad.
I want Picard card Flesh and Blood Android that says Flesh and Blood Android on it, not.
That's the way legendary creatures works, is that they always have subtitles, and there will be multiple Picard cards.
Yes, of course.
Because the one we can see here is Picard Steadfast Captain. If there was one that was like Picard, Flesh and Blood Android, that would be really sick. And it literally has all of the same stats and descriptions as
Yes,
the other Picard
yeah.
card.
And the quote on the card says, "I hope you didn't make me immortal." That's what the quote is.
That would break the game, because the whole reason why they have separate names and stuff is so like you don't like, because they like you a legendary creature. You can only have one of like a legendary creature. They're like unique in your deck, right? So you can't have like a Picard Steadfast Capped. You can't have two of them doing the same thing. But if you had Picard Flesh and Blood Android, it had the same effect and stats. So it was just a thing.
I want a data/lore card where it's him from
There'll
Picard.
There'll be a data card. There'll be a lore card.
No, but it'll be data. One. No, I want a B4. I want a B4 card. That would be a good one to have. A B4 card.
I don't know if they'll do a B4 card. That
would be amazing.
A token that's B4 for like Android, and it's a picture of B4 something specifically. I don't know how you would differentiate it being a picture of B4, not just data, but whatever.
Yeah. So for
it's in the drawer. It's a painting of the pieces of B4 in the drawer in the fucking institute.
I want a card that's called Visions of a Dark Future, and it's the card plays the montage that plays in Star Trek. The fox getting eaten, and it's animated on the card. It animates.
It's lenticular. You move it,
and you
rotate it.
Yes, and you throw up after seeing it because it's so terrifying.
Is it so scary? All that stock footage.
Yeah. I want the squid monster from another dimension card that gets pulled back into.
Bring that up again. They never talk about that again. Really destroyed everything.
Yeah. I want the evil Romulans from Star Trek Picard that have like incestuous sort of vibes. I want those guys also. The brother and sister from that. Yeah, I know there's plenty that they could do.
Looking forward to seeing more of these ugly ass guys.
I like the idea that I'm the one running this, and it's like there's no Picard, there's like no Cisco, like there's no main stuff. It's all like it just
makes
like,
no money whatsoever because it's just, all like absolutely
shit. It's all just the stuff we make fun of. Like that's it.
There's like 3 different Elnor cards, one for each season.
One wearing the officer uniform where he's like on the Elnor's back. The good Borg card, of course, you have to have that. Yeah. As Agnes.
You mean? Oh, El. Right, okay.
Agnes as the good. No.
Oh, yeah. When Agnes is fused with the Queen, and she's like, there's this big portal we found, and we don't know what's in it, but we're going to watch over it, and we're definitely going to bring this up again in the future.
Borg consent.
There will be more information about this portal
soon
at some point. Don't worry.
Thankfully,
definitely not going to just pretend this never happened.
Yeah, exactly. We have the bacteria card from Star Trek Picard where it fixes Earth, fixes pollution. That would be a good one. Yeah, there's a lot. You, dear viewer, I think we should work. We'll have to wait and see. We're going to watch Star Trek Strange New Worlds. We'll cover that next week. And for now, we'll probably... You got anything else you want to talk about?
Nah, I'm done.
All right.
I'm good.
Thank you for listening to Dead Ensigns.
I like that you gave a warning about Strange New Worlds as well. Like, hey, heads up. There's gonna be a lot of this coming up. Be careful.
Thank you for listening. You can follow us on all the podcasting platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, whatever that one's called. You can also see us on leave a comment, rating whenever it's available, and we also upload our stuff onto YouTube, Dead Ensigns, if you want to see some of Ben's funny thumbnails that he makes for the episodes. And
I like the 200 if you want to. I was happy with that one.
Yeah,
it stands out. It shines amongst all of them.
yeah, no wonder we got actually some random views on that one. But we got any updates on your Neopet?
Nah, I can't. Nah.
All right.
It's not too interesting at the moment, to be honest with you.
Well, no, I think he's just not fun. Not a fun guy.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, you can leave a comment on our YouTube account, on our YouTube channel, on your videos. Tell us what to talk about. You know, we'll read it, talk about it.
I'm so glad I brought up Jaden again this episode, because it means I can keep the Jaden in the thumbnail streak going. Do a magic card with Jaden and Elnor or something.
That's a good one, yeah. You can email us at deadensigns@gmail.com. That's deadensigns@gmail.com. And yeah. Anything else, Ben?
No, you already asked me that. I said
just
no.
making sure I'm not missing anything, or you're like,
goodbye.
Bye.
It's shorted out, sir. We're gonna have to phaser it.
Then what are you waiting for?
Right away, sir.
Faster would be better, Ensign.
I can't, sir. We don't want to...
That's enough.
But, sir...
Stand aside, Carlton. I'm going through. You're alive. Good.